Alright boys, today we start the Varis FRS build series. She's been looking like this for too long. Now it's time to finally start this build series and bring her back. Look at this. Just sitting around, no seat inside, with my custom racing bucket seat right there. I bet you it's even dead too. Let's see. Haven't started this thing in so long. Oh yeah, it's dead. No, I stalled. Alright boys, we got a new face in the house, and this is Master Tech Jerry right there. And today he's gonna be helping me weld in the holes from the previous wide body kit. As you can see, he already started sanding it down. So today will be the start of the revival on the FRS. In case you guys are wondering, why can't you just slap on the new wide body kit? Well, the new wide body kit, the Varis kit, doesn't use the same holes, and I don't want to just leave these holes out because then water's gonna get in, and then it's gonna get into my interior, and then it might get moldy and crusty. So we don't want that. So we're doing it properly. That's why I brought this man Jerry here. Since there's no really metal pieces hanging out, where do you ground it to?
Well, that's what I did right here. So I opened up a little spot of metal on both sides.
Okay.
You want the ground as close as you can to where you're working, just keep the entire car from getting charged.
Okay, so that's why you grinded that down.
And you want to be working. You want to have your ground on the panel you're working with. So
okay, sick.
There you go. What else do you want to know? I brought my little it's a Miller welder. It's made by Mac, or actually it's made by Miller for Mac. And it's an older welder, 110 machine, and it runs on a 2575 CO2 and argon mixed gas.
Basically all I needed to know.
Yep.
Oh, so you don't have to sand the inside down in order to make...
No. Okay. It does help with a cleaner weld if you can get to the backside, but right now we'll be fine.
Okay.
Yep.
Alright, let's do it. Let me sit back and watch.
And as you can see, I've got a welding blanket and spark paper here to keep sparks out of the interior of the vehicle, keep the windows down, and we're going to just protect the rest of the painted surface so that any sparks that fly onto it aren't going to burn into the paint and cause a problem later on. Let's hope I don't blow this thing up, right?
Sure. Alright boys, check it out. That's the before. We got all these holes right here. And then let me show you the after. This is just with welding and grinding. Look at that. It's all welded and filled in. That's money. Nice work, Jerry.
Thank you very much.
So now we're about to do the other side, and then Jerry can go ahead, slap on some body filler to make this straight. We're officially done welding and grinding the other side. What's next, Jerry?
Get a fitting for the DA. So
yeah.
You can actually use it. And we're gonna open this up, feather it back, and then we're gonna use a product called FiberTech, which is just a fiber filler compound. It's waterproof, so if there is any porosity to the weld, it'll be protected with this product.
For all you guys wondering what that is, it's essentially just a high-tech Bondo. Exactly. That's what it is.
Yep. With fiberglass filler.
Yes, sir. so this is the fiber tech that Jerry was talking about. I've used this stuff before. It's literally like carbon Kevlar. Like, it's so freaking hard, but it's so good because it's not like regular Bondo that can just crack easily.
It doesn't crack, it doesn't shrink.
Oh, it doesn't shrink?
No.
Oh, that's sweet.
For that, it's also reinforced, so if you're having a little bit of tin canning issues,
Yeah.
it'll help us solve that.
Okay.
That would be on a deep fill. Not
Okay.
that I ever personally do that, but you might.
Garage things. Master Tech Jerry, what you cooking up right now?
We're gonna do a quick mix of some fiber tech and get those welds covered up.
Oh, since you're here, let me ask you this. What's the best ratio for hardener and body filler? From what I heard, people say just to put a blob on and then put a line across from it.
A line across, the larger, when you have a larger pile, they recommend one line and then halfway back.
Okay.
But of course, all that depends on the weather.
Okay,
On a
gotcha.
beautiful June day in Seattle.
Look at that. Beautiful. So
Yeah.
beautiful. The floor is wet. It's raining.
Pretty straightforward stuff. And body filler, when you're doing that on the last coat, you want to kind of try to press as much air out of it. This is not going to matter quite as much. All right, here we go.
All right, let's do it. Do you have to work fast with this stuff?
I'm going to, because I think I mixed it a little hot.
How long have you been doing this stuff for?
Oh, 30 plus years.
30 years.
Yes,
Sheesh.
it's still a trade I enjoy doing
Well, that's good to hear. See, I'm the opposite. I like painting, but I hate body work. This is like one of the things I hate the most.
too. This is where a job's made, though. Right
That's
here.
true. No matter how good the paint work is, if the body work is ass, then the paint is ass.
That's right.
So the worst thing about the wide body kits, or specifically the rally backer, is the piece extends all the way back here, so there's a hole right here. Or else, even if you wanted to, you can just leave the holes open, but in this case, if I left that hole open, it'll be seen through the Varis kit. So that's the main reason why we're filling it in today. But Jerry just told me to take off the taillight so he could get that hole right there all covered up. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Taillights are out. We got the fiber tech all spreaded on the quarter panel. Now we just sit back and let this dry. How long should we wait?
Well, until it's dry.
Until it's dry. Good answer, good answer. But as you guys can see, it's like, it's not like regular Bondo. It doesn't spread very like evenly, I guess you want to say, but it's super strong. All right guys, body filler is hardened out. Now we're gonna go ahead and sand it, but since Jerry came at a time where I haven't done body work in literally months, I'm out of sandpaper, so we can't use sandpaper, so he busted out the die grinder. So don't mind him, he's gonna go ahead and knock that down. So I only have one air fitting, and we've been switching back and forth between the grinder, the air hose, the belt sander, the orbital sander. So obviously I need to go and buy some more fittings.
It's just like a real body shop.
Yeah, just like a real one. Jerry went ahead and knocked down all of this fiber tech stuff, and now we're gonna slap on the quote-unquote Bondo. But this isn't really Bondo, it's called Eurofill. Bondo's just a brand, but it's the same stuff, body filler.
Ready? Squeeze. Here we go. And perfect.
Dang, Nick
your cap
learning
back
from the
on.
master body tech.
When there's more, you have to add more of this.
Exactly.
Are you gonna do this when you're older, Nick?
Of course.
Of course.
I'm making the blue FRS when I grow up.
Yeah?
After that, I'm gonna make another Varis kit FRS.
A Varis kit?
Yeah, another one.
Is that what this kit is?
Varis, yep. It's the kit that Austin wanted. That should have gone Austin. Instead, he went with his kit, which already is giving him problems. Alright, so we got the bundle all hardened up. So now Jerry's gonna take 120 on a DA and he's gonna knock down basically the bulk of it. Alright, now that we got the bulk all knocked down, Jerry's gonna go ahead, block sand it just to make sure the panel's nice and straight. Jerry just wrapped up on the bodywork. Look at that. Real smooth. And so now what I need to do is I need to scuff up this whole area with 320 and then shoot some primer and then she'll be ready. Thanks for the work, Jerry. Appreciate it. Oh, and if you guys are in the Seattle area, you know what, just any area around Seattle, like Kent, even Puyallup, hit him up. I put his Instagram right here. He does anything from body work to welding to even replacing convertible tops. He's the one that did it on my S2000, so go hit him up, boys. Let's go ahead, get this taken care of so we can prime this thing already. I got 320 on this DA and a soft interface pad. So let's go ahead and start going ham and sand all this area right here. Y'all saw that, right? The fitting just blew off. We got the side completely prepped and ready for primer, so I'm gonna go ahead and mask it off in 3, 2, 1. Boom! Just like that, we got the quarter panel all prepped and ready for paint. Now I'm gonna go ahead and whip up some primer and start spraying. Alright boys, the quarter panel is officially repaired and ready for me to slap on the new Varis wide body. This is how she's looking. As y'all can see, we got primer on and everything. All the holes are completely gone. And so the revival of the FRS is coming soon. Just stay tuned. So stay tuned. I'm gonna go ahead and go ham with this build since the S14 is now done. Soul fire. And so now the FRS is finally going to get some love. Alright y'all, thank you so much for watching today's video. If you haven't yet, hit the subscribe button down below and stay tuned for more videos. Until next time, peace out.